You eat a healthy meal. You're doing everything right. But that glass of soda, juice, or even water, it may be silently sabotaging everything your digestive system is trying to do. Most people have no idea that what they drink during meals changes how their body absorbs nutrients. And no one ever told them. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Research from the European Journal of Gastroenterology found that certain beverages consumed with food can increase gastric emptying speed by up to 30%, pushing partially digested food into your small intestine before enzymes have finished their job. That's not efficiency. That's a breakdown in the system. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Studies find these effects are measurable and reproducible across independent research groups. In this video, we are going to see exactly what drinks do to your digestive process, which ones are the worst offenders, and what the research says about the best way to hydrate around your meals without harming your gut. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Studies find these effects are measurable and reproducible across independent research groups. Here's the myth. Drinking water with meals helps digestion because it keeps things moving. That sounds logical. But science says the opposite. Your stomach produces digestive acid for a reason. Diluting it with large amounts of liquid reduces its concentration and slows the breakdown of proteins. Your digestive system works on chemistry, not just mechanics. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Carbonated drinks are especially problematic at mealtime. The CO2 gas expands in your stomach, increasing pressure on the lower esophageal sphincter, the valve between your stomach and esophagus. Studies show this significantly raises the risk of acid reflux. If you experience heartburn after meals, this may be the primary culprit you've never considered. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Sweet drinks are even more damaging to your metabolic response. When you consume sugary beverages with food, they spike your blood glucose faster than food alone. Your pancreas floods the bloodstream with insulin. Fat storage signals activate. Studies in the American Journal of Physiology found that caloric beverages consumed with meals dramatically alter the hormonal response compared to drinking water. A key study from Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics looked at how different types of beverages affect the lower esophageal sphincter, the critical gatekeeper of your stomach. The findings were clear. Acidic beverages like lemonade and citrus juices measurably reduce sphincter pressure. That reduction means stomach contents can more easily travel back up. This is one mechanism behind chronic acid reflux. Here's a number that changes how you think about drinks and digestion. Your stomach produces about 1.5 liters of gastric acid per day, a highly calibrated amount. When you add 500 milliliters of liquid to a meal, you're significantly diluting that acid. Research shows gastric pH can shift enough to impair pepsin, the enzyme that breaks down protein, by up to 50% in activity. Not all drinks are equally harmful during meals. Research ranks them by their impact on digestion. Carbonated sodas and fruit juices are the most disruptive. Milk has a mixed profile. It buffers acid but adds protein and calories that slow emptying. Plain water is the least disruptive in small amounts. Hot beverages like tea and coffee have their own effects, primarily on motility. The research on satiety signals adds another layer. Studies in the journal Appetite found that caloric beverages do not trigger the same fullness cues as solid food, even when they contain the same number of calories. Your brain registers them differently. You consume more total calories as a result. This is why liquid calories, especially with meals, are a significant driver of overconsumption. So what does the evidence-based approach to mealtime hydration look like? Research points to a clear framework. It's not about avoiding water entirely. It's about timing and quantity. Small sips of plain water are fine. But large volumes and certain drink types should be moved to a different window in your day. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. The contrast becomes very clear when you compare two eating patterns. One person drinks a large soda with every meal. The other drinks nothing, or small sips of water. Over time, their digestive health, insulin sensitivity, weight, and reflux frequency diverge dramatically. The difference is not the food. It's what's in the glass. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Research translates into very practical steps you can apply starting today. The changes are small, but the cumulative effect on digestion, weight management, and reflux frequency is significant. Studies show most people see noticeable improvements within 2 to 4 weeks of changing their mealtime drink habits. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Studies find these effects are measurable and reproducible across independent research groups. Understanding your own patterns helps you know exactly what to change. Most people have specific habits that are creating their digestive problems. Matching the right adjustment to your situation makes it easier to follow through. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Studies find these effects are measurable and reproducible across independent research groups. The evidence here is robust, replicated, and directly relevant to your daily health choices. The science is straightforward. What you drink during meals is not neutral. Carbonated and acidic beverages directly weaken your esophageal valve and disrupt gastric acid. Sweet drinks hijack your insulin response and undermine satiety. Even large amounts of water dilute the digestive chemistry your body depends on. The fix is simple, and your gut will respond faster than you expect. Your digestion is one of the most overlooked systems in your body, and one of the most impactful. Small changes in what you put in your glass can shift how you feel after every single meal. The research is clear. The steps are simple. Your body already knows how to do the rest. If today's video helped clarify something, share it with someone who needs it. Most people never see research summarize this clearly.